Good morning, friends. Welcome to our yoga class this morning. I'm Monica. This is the Open Heart Yoga Center. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful day. So let's find our easy pose, or any pose that you feel comfortable with. And we take a few moments, a few breaths at the beginning of class to ground the energy, or in other words, to bring your awareness to this beautiful moment. So close your eyes and tune in. Tune into how you feel in your body, any emotions that are coming up, the thought stream. Gently becoming aware of what's arising and falling. Arising and falling, arising and falling in this nowness. As an expression of this nowness or presence. And then flutter your eyes open. Let's interlace the fingers, push the palms away. Good. Lean back, bring your chin towards your chest and stretch out your spine and your shoulders. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, make temple pose. Squeeze a little bit and look up. Exhale, round the back, push the palms away. Inhale, temple pose, look up. And so on, at your own pace. We're warming up the spine. Tuning to the breath. So how fast or slow you do this movement depends on your breathing. So you move with your rhythm. Inhaling up, exhale, round the back. Let's do two more. Inhale. Good. And then inhale, arms overhead. Interlace all the fingers. Push the palms to the ceiling. And stretch out your palms. Good. And look up. Taking the right hand across and the left hand back. Gently twist. Good. And then inhale, arms overhead to stretch up. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting the other way. Inhale, arms overhead to stretch, and then hands to your heart. Good. All right, let's shake the legs out. Get circulation in your legs, point and flex your feet. Good, and then flex to hold. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Feel your core working and your quads working a little bit. We're going to take another twist, so easy twist. So keep weight on both sit bones and twist to the left. Exhale, belly to spine. And then inhale, arms overhead to lengthen. And then twist to the right. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. And then hands to your heart. Good. Okay, bring the soles of your feet together. Butterfly. So I got an inquiry the other day, somebody asking me, how do I destroy my ego? And does meditation destroy the ego? So, short answer is there isn't an ego. That's the easy way to look at it. The ego is a belief that you're separate from this mysterious life. Good. Bring your forehead to your toes. And then roll up one vertebra at a time. Good. So that's the easy way to look at it. Cross your legs. take a moment with that the ego is basically a belief. It's not a real thing, like believing in Santa Claus or something like that. All right, that's my opinion anyhow. Chin to the chest, and we're going to start to circle the neck to release tension and stress. So I usually use the word tension or stress to kind of point to the ego. It's something that feels tight in your body or in your breath or in your emotions. Feels like you're not flowing with life. So the question was, how do I destroy my ego? And to my mind, I refer to that kind of little bit of a cliche. What you resist persists. Come to the center. Let's move the spine again. Exhale and inhale. What you resist persists. So if you want to fight your ego or destroy your ego or control your ego, that's like resistance. So that makes your ego stick around, that belief, not a real entity. So to me, loving yourself is the antidote for that feeling of an ego, like that feeling of tension or tightness or conflict or not flowing with life, effort, hardness, heaviness in the body, all that. So in yoga, we're trying to loosen up this belief system, which lives everywhere. That's why I like to move a lot, move the spine, but gently, nice and easy with love for yourself. All right, open up your wings. We're going to do the eagle. So you open your wings, lift the sternum, take the right arm under the left arm on the top, either a hug, a loving hug, or hands to prayer. Good. Hands and elbows up and away. Just stretch out the shoulders. Once you get this, if it feels good to you, drop your chin to your chest. Good. And then inhale, bringing your head to the center. Bring your thumbs towards your third eye. Lift the elbows up. So it's a little back bend. And then back down to the center. We're going to open the wings. So you arch back a little bit. Take the right arm down, the left arm over your ear. And breathe into that left side. Breathing in love for yourself. In other words, love for whatever's arising in this moment. Any feelings, any sensations, any emotions, not judging, just breathing, and then stretch up, cross your thumbs. Crossing the thumbs helps to lengthen in the spine. And we're going to open the chest, open your wings, take the right arm on the top, left arm under for eagle. Hands and elbows up and away, or the hug. Long, deep breaths. Good, chin to chest. Good. Inhale back to center, thumbs to the third eye, elbows are coming up, little back bend. And then release to the center, opening those wings. And then the left arm's coming down, right arm over. Breathing into the right side. Good. Inhale, arms overhead to cross the thumbs the other way. Stretch and then hands to your heart. Good. Okay, let's uncross the legs, shake them out. So what you resist persists. If you think you have to destroy some sort of negative tendencies in yourself or destroy your ego or your selfishness or your fear, then that keeps that energy locked into this conflict mode. So in yoga, for me at least, I'm not trying to destroy anything. I'm trying to understand how these things work in my body, in my nervous system, in my breath, where they hide. Sort of like habit. And I breathe in love for myself. Exhale out tension. Any kind of stress. This is cat and cow. I know you all know it. Cat and cow. Good. All right. Let's come to a neutral spine, and we're going to do a hip stretch. So taking your left hip around in a circle. And then circle it the other way. Good. taking your left foot to the outside of the mat. If you have bricks here, you can take the bricks and bring them to the inside of your left leg. Angle your foot out a little bit. If you don't need bricks, hands are down, or if you want, you can recline. This is reclining lizard. Really nice stretch for the hips. All right, let's take the hands under the shoulders and straighten your right leg, stepping back to the plank. Good. And then coming back to extended child's pose, sitting back in your heels. Long, deep breaths. Good. Coming back to center, taking that right hip in a circle. Same thing, other side. And the other way. Good, and then taking the right foot to the outside of your right hand. Angle your foot out just a little bit. Find a low lunge. Find your bricks. Sinking in that left hip. And then if it feels good, coming down to reclining lizard. Good, and then hands underneath your shoulders, straightening your left leg and stepping back to the plank. Good, let's try the cobra, knees, chest, chin, little dip to cobra or cobra on your elbows. Good, downward facing dog, our first downward dog of today. Any movements that feel good to you? Or gentle focus on the breath. Good, downward dog to the plank. So adjust your feet back a little bit. Find your plank. Good, then taking your right knee down. We're going to take the right foot perpendicular to the outside of the mat and lift the left arm up. Good, taking that left arm over your ear. A nice side stretch and look up. Good, and then back to the plank. So find your plank arms, step your legs back to the plank, and then let's do the other side. So the left foot's going to come down, left knee, and then the foot perpendicular to the mat, and then take the right arm up to stretch up. Once you've got it, right arm over to stretch in that right side. Good, okay, let's find the plank. Once you find the plank, take the right leg up, and then exhale down. So we're working the muscles around the knee. Left leg up, exhale down. Inhale, right leg. And then exhale. Left leg's coming up. And down. Knees, chest, chin to cobra. Little dip. Rolling up to cobra. Downward facing dog. Okay, once you get your downward dog, let's walk up to the front of the mat in standing forward bend. And hold your elbows and hang or sway a little bit from side to side. Good, and then rolling up one vertebra at a time. When you come all the way up, taking the arms up to stretch, cross the thumbs, arch back, and then hands to your heart. Okay, very nice. Let's step the feet a little bit apart and do a gentle twist, letting the shoulders loosen up. Twists are so nourishing. Good, and then let the momentum slow down. And then when you slow all the way down, roll your shoulders back, up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And then the other way. Up, forward, down. Up, forward, down. Good. All right. Opening up your wings, a little back bend. And then arms overhead. Good. All right. Let's make temple pose again and then exhale over to the right. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale over to the left. Inhale, coming up. Interlace all your fingers. Push the palms up. And then bring your palms away. Good. All right. Let's bring the heels in and the toes out. And then hands to the heart. We're sitting in goddess pose. So it's a little bit of a plie. Once you get your goddess pose, take the arms back overhead. And we're going to take a little twist. So taking your left arm across the back of your right hand into your waist and look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale, arms overhead, look up. Good. Now take the right hand across the back of the left hand into the waist. Inhale, arms overhead. Good. We're going to straighten the legs now. A little plie and then straighten. Good. All right. Heels are going out. Toes are going in. Interlace your fingers behind you. Little back bend. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward bend. Good. Once you get your forward bend, let's walk the hands forward and tent up your fingers so your spine goes straight. Turning your body towards your left leg. We're going to go to a high lunge. So left toes are facing the front of the mat. Right leg is straight. We're going to come up to standing. So find your balance in your high lunge. Arms overhead. Good. All right. Hands to your heart. We're going to take a little twist. So, a little challenging twist for the balance. The right elbow is going to cross over the left knee, and you're trying to keep your thumbs to your sternum. Big twist for the spine. Good. And then coming back to the center. Arms overhead. Stretch up in the spine. And then reach over your left leg. We're going to straighten the left leg to stretch that hamstring. So framing your foot with your hands, head towards your left knee. Good, and then we're going to walk back to Prasarita. So you turn the long ways on the mat, walk back to your Prasarita, hands on the mat, elbows are going behind you, lift the sit bones. Good, now walking to the right side of your mat. We're coming to the high lunge. So the right toes are facing forward. Find that lunge. You're on the ball of your left foot if this is available. And stretch up. Nice long spine. Hands to your heart. Taking the left elbow over the right knee. Keeping your thumbs to the sternum. Good. And then coming back to the center, arms overhead to stretch up. And then lengthen the spine. Framing your right foot with your hands, straightening your right leg. Stretching that hamstring. Good. All right, we're going to the plank instead of to the forward bend. So find your lunge and take it back. So legs are together in the plank, hands are under your shoulders, and breathe. Long and deep. Good. All right, we're going to try to come down chaturanga style, if this resonates. Chaturanga style means you're holding your plank all the way down. So the elbows are staying into your rib cage, not out like chicken wings. So nice tight legs, your kneecaps are working, and then very strong arms as you straighten and roll over your toes. So you're in upward dog. Or you can sit on your tiptoes like this, either way. Good, child's pose extended. Sitting back into your heels, long deep breaths. Good. Okay, we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time. And when you come all the way up, coming up onto your knees, we're going to do the camel. So tucking the toes under. Hands at your sacrum, pushing your hips forward. Let your head go back. If this is easy for you, do a little back stroke with one arm till you find your heel. So got the toes tucked under. Little shelf made by your heel so you can keep pushing your hips forward. Stretching your quads, your hip flexors. Your glutes are working here. All right, and then when you've had enough, one hand to anchor you up, the other hand, we're going to downward facing dog as a counter pose. So walking out your dog a little bit. Good. All right, let's find the plank. So hands under your shoulders, adjust your feet back, and let's try that chaturanga move again. So you tighten your kneecaps a little bit. Elbows are into your body. Nice strong legs, and then very strong biceps and triceps as you roll the hips a little bit forward. Tuck your tailbone, either tippy toes or feet straight. Good. And then we're going to come to child's pose with the knees apart. So taking your knees as wide as they comfortably want to go. Big toes are close together. And then stretch out. And breathe, long and deep. Okay, so from here, let's go to the puppy. So the puppy is sliding your hands forward. Look between your hands. And then we're going to move the legs back onto the knees. Going to walk them back until you feel a nice stretch in your shoulders and the spine is long. And then coming to the Sphinx. Sphinx. Easy cobra. Point the toes, lift out of the waist, and look up. Good. All right, so we'll try the bow together. The bow is similar to the camel. So forehead is coming on the mat. Taking hold of your feet, your ankles, or if you can't reach, you could do your pants leg like that. All right, gently bringing your feet towards your bum. Give your quads a little stretch. And then inhale, lift the chest, lift the gaze, lift the feet. And exhale, come down. Stretch those quads a little bit. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale, lift, and we'll breathe here. When you breathe in, your belly presses against the floor. You rise up a little bit. Exhale, you get down. Good. And then release. We're going to go back to downward facing dog. So take a moment to rest on your belly and then find your legs about a hip's width apart, hands underneath your shoulders, and then lead with your nose. So we're coming up to as much of a cobra as you like. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Or child's pose. Just stretch out your lower back. All right, let's try the chaturanga one last time. So finding your plank, gotta walk your feet back a little bit. Elbows come in as your legs stay strong, and then lift in the sternum. Back to child's pose, any variation. And breathe. Good, and then rolling up one vertebra at a time. Roll up. And then, when you come all the way up, let's take the legs out and give them a little shake. Good. Take out your legs. All right, taking the left knee to the chest. Let's give it a nice hug. And we're going to do some hamstring stretches here. So taking hold of your left foot, lift the left leg up, elbows out a little bit, forehead towards your knee or your shin. Good, and then bringing that left knee to the chest. Give it a hug. Cross your left foot over your right leg. Have that right leg active. Another hug with the right arm, and then we're twisting to the left. Little back stroke with that shoulder as you twist. And breathe. Coming back to the center. Let's take the left foot in. So you make like a backwards L. Find your sit bones and then stretch up. Exhale, forward and down. So we're stretching the right hamstring. Good. Reaching over your leg. Inhale to come up, stretch up. And then hands to your heart. Good. Okay. Shake your legs. And then take the right knee to the chest. Find your sit bones. That right leg is coming up. Head to knee or shin as the elbows come out a little bit. Good. And then right knee to the chest. Lift in the spine. We're crossing the right foot over the left leg. Nice stretch in your hip. Hugging with your left arm and back stroking with the right shoulder. Gentle corkscrew movement. Good, and then release back to the center. Good, taking your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Look down, see that letter L shape. And then stretch the spine. Exhale, forward and down. Good, and then reach, inhale, arms overhead. And hands to your heart. So sometimes this mystery called life, some people call it life, expresses in what feels like an ego, like a separate person, that has conflict with other people or other beings, or other thoughts, or other feelings, other ideologies, etc. And that's on the level of the human mind. But in yoga, we're kind of seeing through that play of the human mind, feeling into the mystery of life, not what you know about it. We're bringing both feet forward, and this is head to knee. Good, and then reach your arms parallel to your legs. So you're using your core to come all the way up. Stretch up. Okay, opening out your wings, sitting on the backs of your hands. And we're going to go down to the fish. One of my favorite heart openers. So to love yourself, we're going to open the energy around the heart, which includes your breath. So super good for your respiratory system, this pose. So you glide over your hands and then scoot your arms under you, so most of your weight is in your elbows. Your chest is moving up towards the ceiling. And breathe long and deep. You might need a prop under your head. Like all the intense back bends, don't hold it longer than you're comfortable. Good, if you're still with me, inhale, take your right leg up. Exhale it down. You're still in the fish pose. Left leg is coming up. And then down. Inhale, right leg up. And then down. Take your time. Left leg. And then down. Good. Couple more long, deep breaths. Good, and then we're going to release out of the fish. And when you come all the way down, interlace your fingers behind you. Push the palms away. So your little fingers are touching the floor. Push the heels away. The backs of your legs are stretching. Full body stretch. And then bring the webbing of your hands underneath your head. Elbows up to the chest. So we're counter stretching your neck after the fish. Good, and then very slowly, take your time to bring your head down and keep that length in the back of your neck. Once you've got it, bring your right knee to your chest, keeping that left leg straight. Give it a squeeze. And breathe long and deep. Good, we're taking the right knee over to the right. So opening the right hip, keeping the left leg straight. With your right peace fingers, reach for your right big toe. And then sole of your right foot up so the knee is into your armpit. Left hand on your left hip bone or on your belly, and breathe long and deep. Good. All right, right knee to the chest, giving it a hug. And then moving to our twist. So that knee is going left, head's going right, in a really nourishing twist. Good. Inhale back to the center. Making sure that your head's in line with your spine. Right knee to the chest, and then the right leg's going straight. On an inhale, bringing your forehead to your knee, or just holding your stretch, either way. And then inhale, bring your head down. And exhale, take that leg down. Good. And then when the right leg comes all the way down, bring your legs together, feet together, and then bring the left knee to the chest. Give it a hug. And breathe. Good. Taking the left knee to the left. So you're opening that left hip, using your left index and middle fingers to wrap around your big toe. Sole the foot up, right hand on your belly or your right hip, and breathe. Into the belly. So feel the diaphragm as you breathe. Belly rises up. Exhale, belly towards your spine. Good. And then bringing your left knee back to your chest. Left arm is out, shoulder height. And then the right hand is taking the knee over to the right, head to the left, inner twist. So sometimes it happens that you see the ego, sort of like you see Santa. It's a belief that you outgrow. All right, coming back to the center. But wherever you are in your journey with your ego, knowing that it's all good. All right, left leg is straight. Life is doing its thing. All right, when you're ready, during your splits, curl your abs. You can bring your forehead to your knee, or just hold your stretch. And then inhale, bringing your head down to the mat. Releasing your leg on an exhale, bring it down. Good, and then lie in the corpse pose. Yay, Shavasana. So heels in, toes out, palms facing up. Now we're going to take the right leg up like 2 inches, tense it, and then drop it. Then lift the left leg up 2 inches, tense it, and then drop it. Squeeze your glutes, and then release. Make a fist with your right hand and squeeze. Lift your arm up 2 inches. Open your arm, your hand very wide and drop. And squeeze your left fist. Lift your arm up a couple inches, squeeze. Open your hand wide and drop. Lift your chest, your shoulders, and drop. Make a swallowing motion with your throat and hold your breath. And then breathe. Squish up your face. And then open your eyes, stick out your tongue. And then close your eyes. And completely relax while I hold the space for you. So feeling yourself surrounded by love and light. Whatever arises as a thought or a feeling, surrounding it with love and light. So there's no resistance, but there is insight or understanding. And it's okay to have unpleasant thoughts and feelings, sensations in the body like pain or stiffness. That's okay. Part of the variety, the infinite variety of this mystery. So I'm okay with it. So letting yourself be okay with it. Just breathe. And with every exhale, let go of stress, of fear, of worry. Feel relaxation in your limbs. Feel it in your internal organs, in your blood. Feel peace in your mind. And just be with your beautiful self here and now. now bringing your awareness back to your breath. Gently start to add some movement into your body. And then bringing your arms behind you to stretch like a rubber band. Have a nice stretch. And then roll over to one side and come up to sitting in a meditation pose. Finding an easeful pose, close your eyes. Whatever arises, surrounding that with love and light, with compassion and understanding, love and light. And then bringing your hands to your heart, bowing down to that love light within. So thank you, dear friends, for joining me this morning. Feel free to send any questions on Facebook or text, and hope to see you all soon. Namaste.